Guess what we're doing?
It is almost time.
We are here at the Kansas Expo Center, and we're getting ready to have the big name reveal for the Topeka Hockey Team.
Move forward. Let's go see Simon really fast. Oh, no, he's going up on stage. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, there we go. So we're getting ready for Lamar to hit the stage. That's Simon standing next to him with the detective glasses.
They look super top important.
See, you guys have your live stream going here, right?
Yep, we do.
How you doing?
Yep.
We got our live stream on Talk About Topeka going over here.
Right.
Frank's back over here.
Hi, Frank.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
My arm and my battery are not lasting for 15 minutes.
We tried to talk to about every 10th person.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Look at all these
We're on
people.
Facebook Live.
Like, we have super fans here with us.
Yep.
Super fans.
Right there, super fan. Right there. Right there. Okay, so they're trying to figure out how to do a curtain. This is suspenseful.
Oh, there it is.
Test. All right.
Woohoo!
All right. I'm glad we threw a party and somebody showed up. So, my name is Lamar Hunt Jr., and so I am the new owner of the Topeka Hockey franchise. And then you recognize Justin DiMartino. And he is our, I get this right, associate head coach. Pretty cool. And then we introduced Simon Watson, our new GM and head coach. So I was over there making some notes, but I'll try to get to a few things. When my dad started the Columbus Crew soccer team, which is an MLS franchise, which our family, we sold it about 5 years ago this time, which was kind of bittersweet for me because my wife and I spent a lot of time in Columbus, Ohio, and we loved the experience. We had a place, we lived there part of the summer. A lot of the games were in the summer, of course, but we got to know the community real well, and that experience has always sort of stuck with me. And I sort of gratified to sort of, in a sense, I don't know, reliving that experience, but to sort of see the enthusiasm here for this sort of thing, this sort of local turnout for a team that you clearly care about. And one of the things my dad did was he spent a lot of time in Columbus, and in the mid to late 90s, I spent some time with him there in Columbus, and I saw him go door to door selling what at those days was dasher boards that you laid across on the hockey field that were just like pieces of wood, plywood that had the logos of the teams. And I have a picture coming, and Simon and Justin and the staff don't know this. It's my dad walking Ohio Stadium before one of the first Crew games with all these dasher boards around the playing surface there at Ohio Stadium. Subsequently, he went on and built the first soccer-specific stadium in Columbus, which is now, I guess it's probably 18, 19 years old in the United States. But I got inspiration from that, from his sort of hands-on approach. So hopefully you can see that from our staff, that we're service-oriented, we're customer-oriented. We are in the entertainment business, we get that. And we really, I can't promise you we're going to be perfect. We'll be perfect on the ice. But I see him sweating already.
About this or about, yeah.
How long is your contract for? So, no, I'm really gratified of this turnout, but we understand that we're not going to be perfect. Now, I got a few talking points, and I have a timing thing that I have to do sort of live, right, on the on this. Okay, I've talked about that. All right, one of the things we need here is help. And traditionally with this type of enterprise, this type of team, there's a big buy-in by the community that helps. And one of the things that we want to push out is we need help with billeting, meaning housing the players. So if you have a mind or a heart to do something like that, her name is Marcy Sandberg, right? Yes. She's standing right here close. So, but the Sandbergs have done this, and they're coordinating it. But we need some help with families. The best thing you can do beyond that is be a supporter in some way. Come to some games. I often say, don't be a couch potato. Get off and come to a game. Even if it's just a one-off game. Yes, season ticket holders are the lifeblood of sports franchises. They really are. We know that from the very beginning. And I think that's extremely important if you want to commit to a season ticket. I can give you a couple of highlights this year. We will open in mid-September. The schedule is pretty much October, November, December, January. We have a lot of home games. And then we're out on the road. We're going to get to go to Alaska for 2 weeks this year, which will be kind of a fun life experience. I think I'm only going to go to the Anchorage part because the Fairbanks is about 20 degrees colder on average. But that's kind of exciting for the team. But being a season ticket holder is important. Hopefully we can promise you some good benefits that we can honor and those sorts of things that we want to do. Another thing is, once we announce the new name today of the team, anything you can do to get on Facebook, social media, and drive that traffic is much appreciated. It really is important that you like us. I don't know that I would have known how to say this 10 years ago. Hey, can you like us on Facebook and social media, Twitter, and all that stuff? So I wrote the phrase just a second ago: smother us with love, if you can, please. All right. So listen, we know we're not going to be perfect. And we want your feedback, and hopefully we can receive constructive feedback with constructive action. And that's the kind of way I look at it, is that it's a give and take. It's not a quid pro quo, it's give. Sometimes we're going to have to give more, sometimes we're going to ask a little bit more, but I think that's important. I see Kellen Seitz there from Spectra. Do you want to be called Global Spectrum or just Spectra? Spectra, and we've been working with him on the lease, and we basically, we've mentioned this already. We have an agreement in principle on the terms, and hopefully it's a 1 year with a 1 year option, so a 2 year window that we're looking at here. And we have a few I's to dot and some T's to cross, but we're totally satisfied that we have the terms and the principles in place to finalize it, and so we're excited about that. The positives I can say for us is they're so willing to try to do everything they can to get us on the ice as much as possible. But we also recognize, and this is sort of the give we have to come up with, is sometimes they have commitments to other things that are coming into the Expo Center that we have to kind of give up on, and we'll have to practice and or go to Alaska. And so anyway. And then the other thing that I'm real big about is that sports is a huge platform for the community, and we want to kind of dig in the community here and try to understand where we can be of help. We know the players need to be out in the community, and they need to be really learning about service in the community. That's really another aspect of their character development. It's one thing to be a person who does a lot of things physically, but we also, they've got school, and they need to learn to think about others first, not ourselves first. And I think that's a very important principle for them. Yes, they've got to think about their careers and their dreams, and that's what hopefully we can help them realize. Okay, when we sat down to talk about this, the name, the logo, all that sort of stuff, we kind of came to the conclusion that the Roadrunners had a proud history here, a lot of really positive things. I think there's something like over 150 players that have gone on and played Division I, Division III ice hockey. A lot of dreams that have been realized. But we also kind of came to the conclusion that we really wanted to come up with a name that was reflective of the community. And I'm a history buff. I mean, I'm always reading books about history. I can tell you I'm reading a book about Catherine the Great because I got to see one of her little deals over in Russia last year on a trip, which just blew me away, and reading a book about her and her life. And she wrote so much that it's so easy for the author to put it together. But I love history because it represents, and when I read about her, when I've been reading about her, I can go back in my mind and say, okay, I see what she built and why she did it and how she arrived at that. Well, I mean, all cities have this sort of proud tradition, these sort of things that they come upon. Now, I think one of the things we said today was we wanted to come up also with a logo if possible. But we also have sort of a process we have to go through with the league, meaning the North American Hockey League. And so what we're going to do today is reveal the name for you, and understanding that we are working on the logo feverishly, and hopefully we'll be able to announce it very, very soon. Mainly we have to come up with the logo very, very soon so we know what to put on the jerseys, because the jersey orders have to go in. So not really. I mean, we've done something very creative to go out and get a lot of talent from around the country to sort of give us some ideas, give us some designs. We vetted a dozen or so of them today. I sat down. It was sort of interesting to be in the conference room and working with the various possibilities of these logos. And we have some capable staff members, Kelly Lee, Caroline Ray, who have really been sort of heading this off. Kelly is new to this area, even though I think she has family in Iola, but she worked for the Amarillo Bulls. Of our but she's from Kansas City originally, but she's a Chiefs fan, so it doesn't really matter. She got the job. And then, and I can't say enough about Caroline. I don't know where she is right now, but she has just been such a source of knowledge, and she's really a great person to really speak her mind and really give us some advice. I mean, for someone so young, she gives us very mature advice and sets us straight. So how am I doing on time? 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. All right. So anyway, we have a process. We would have liked to have done the logo today with the name, but you have to understand with this. Bend with us a little bit on this. We really think it's important to get the league approval, and we really have to go through that process. We did get the name approved by the Board of Governors in a vote. It was unanimous. Is that correct? Unanimous. Okay. All right. So, last thought. I just want to say how grateful I am to see this kind of crowd here, to all of you. I'm really, when we sat down to say, well, how many people are going to be here? You know, we were hoping for 100, 150, and then we have the burger company over here. We thought, well, how many hamburgers do we need to have and hot dogs? And we took a stab at, I think, 250. And I think, I know we haven't done a head count, but there might be even more than 250 here today. So we're very, very gratified. And if you can get involved with us in some way, help us in some way, just please be patient with us. You know, we're literally a new organization. I think we're getting the phone system actually tomorrow. So, all right, and we'll have a new number. So it took us some time to sort of vet all that and work it out. Okay, how am I doing on time? You ready? Okay. So we went back and we searched and we had a bunch of ideas, and what we came up with was a name that we think really reflects this community and really reflects some history about this community. And I'm pleased to introduce to you the name, the Topeka Pilots. Woo! Look at that. I think it was almost a second bow you could take there, right? But anyway, we did some research, and Amelia Earhart is from Atchison, Kansas. I don't know if I'm accurate, and some of the people could tell me. We believe she took her first flight out of Topeka. We're not sure on that. I think we need to research that. But we felt like that the aerospace, the pilots, these sort of things, aviation was something that was very particular to Topeka. It's something that this city, this county has everything to be proud of. And I think it actually, hopefully, demarcates it. We came up with something very simple. Obviously, this is something that just to get us through today. What we do have, how many t-shirts? We have 500 t-shirts. We have 500 decals. So we're going to put it out there. Stay tuned. Thank you for coming. And stay tuned for our logo. We appreciate it. Thank you.
So we have the Topeka Pilots, everyone.
Yes,
How exciting is that?
it is very exciting.
Are you going to go to their first game? First home game, at least.
Yeah, if I'm in town, September. Yeah, I should be because I go to Atlanta in September. But I go at the end, I think. So if I'm in town, of course.
Well, we're going to mingle a little bit because we are social butterflies, but you guys should have been here. This was really exciting.
Some of you are. Some of you are here. Some of you
Huge
are.
turnout.
If you're here, you need to make sure you're tagging this video when you get home and watch it. Because we need to share this everywhere. We need to let everyone know.
Everyone needs to know about the Topeka Pilots.
Let's go over this way. We're over here to them, to Simon.
Oh,
That's awesome.
But he was behind the Topeka Ice very involved in that. I had lunch with him one day.
So, there's, wave, Simon. Wave. You're live. You're live. Facebook Live now. Facebook Live.
Pilots in there.
Pilots, there we go. There we are.
Nice job, ladies.
Very nice, very nice.
Okay.
the Topeka Pilots.
Topeka Pilots.
Follow them on Facebook as soon as they are.
You're going to see a lot about Topeka Pilots because the Social Butterflies, we're going to be with the Topeka Pilots.
A lot.
I'm a hockey fan.
I love sports.
You do.
do.
You're gonna love hockey.
It's gonna be really cool.
You're gonna love it.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yep.
So, what did you think, Chris?
Well, I'm just here to photobomb you guys. I didn't know what else was going on today.
Yeah, he's part of our fan club.
I just follow you guys around all the
Following us around.
time. So you came here, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll show up. Hey, it's a good name. It's a good name. Good name.
All right. So, you guys look out for more information about the Topeka Pilots coming from us pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of cool stuff coming up.